Hi, my name is Charlotte Creed, and I'm Executive Regional Vice President with Arbonne, and I'm here today to talk to you about our 30-Day to Healthy Living program. This is a program that I've worked with for about a year and a half now. I tried it personally with my family, and it was a program that I wanted to try personally for two reasons. First reason was because I wanted to see what I was, offering to my clients, wanted to see what it was all about. And secondly, I had been looking into what our family was eating and knowing that it perhaps wasn't the healthiest. I'd been trying to make some dietary changes on my own, but was finding it tough to sift through all the information and have a dietary plan that was successful and easy. And I often found that, we'd be on the run to some sporting event and I would just slide back into my, usual patterns of perhaps not the most healthful eating. And when I looked closely at this program, I recognized that there was a very simple plan that included the meal plans, the shopping lists, the weekly shopping list, and the recipes for 30 days. And so, it really set you up for success in the pantry and in the things you're choosing as a family. And it just made sense. I recognize that it's, this is not a fad diet. This is not a count your calories. This is a lifelong plan. It's not about getting skinny, although that may well be a side effect and a good one if you're looking for that. But it's about getting well naturally and about nourishing your body with nutrient-dense, healthful foods. And about, creating some lifelong patterns that lead to success. So, I had, like I said, done some research into, eating gluten or not, eating dairy or not, and saw that this program, basically what it's doing is it's getting you to eliminate the high allergenic foods and the high acid forming foods from your diet for 30 days. And what that does is it allows your body to naturally detoxify, because it reduces the toxic load that your body is facing. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the changes that can create in a body. So over the 30 days, we're avoiding dairy, gluten, soy, peanuts, sugars, things like honey, maple syrup, artificial sweeteners, coffee, alcohol, certain high sugar fruits, non-organic meats, non-cage-free eggs, white potatoes, corn, nitrates, MSGs, and vinegars. And instead, we are being given delicious, nutrient-dense recipes designed by nutritionists and dietitians that are rich in leafy green vegetables, organic meats, free-range eggs, your non-starchy vegetables, and all sorts of delicious things that give you a full nutritional diet over the next 30 days. And on top of that, you become part of a private Facebook group, and that's where you receive all of your meals, your menus, your shopping lists. But on top of that, you get daily education about why we're eliminating certain things and why you choose one thing over another, so that you can have that knowledge going forward as well. I am a registered nurse and thought that I truly had nutrition in the bag. I must admit I came to it. I'm also have been a fitness trainer. So, for me, I just thought, well, if I want to lose weight, I just need to exercise more. If I'm going to eat more, I need to exercise more, and it'll all be all good. But unfortunately, you can't exercise out a bad diet, or you can't exercise out your fork. You need to make those dietary changes. And, I knew that. I could see, in people, that I was working with talking about how they're exercising a lot, but just not being able to drop that weight. Our body stores toxins in our fat cells. And so if you're not decreasing your toxic load and allowing your body to cleanse, then your body's going to hang on to that fat. It stores toxins in fat cells, so it keeps those toxins away from your vital organs. So it's going to protect your vital organs. And we often see those fat deposits in our middle area, so that muffin top, if you want to call it that, or whatnot. So, that made sense for the people that are, that I had heard of that just couldn't get rid of that last 10 pounds. If they're not changing their diet and allowing their body to detoxify, their body's not going to change. It's going to continue to do what it's always done to protect itself. So let's talk a little bit about the toxins, and we get toxins in through the air we breathe, through our skin, and obviously the food we eat. We are exposed to many more toxins now than we were perhaps even 40 years ago. All the pesticides and herbicides and antibiotics, all of those type of things we're using to make our food last longer, our animals be more, resistant to different diseases and whatnot. All of that affects our body. And also toxins come in the form of those sort of higher allergenic foods, those foods that our body reacts to and causes us to create more acid once we take them in. The acidic state causes inflammation in our body. And that inflammation is related to almost every major disease process out there. It's an irritant to our body. So we want to choose foods instead that have anti-inflammatory properties, are alkaline forming versus acidic, acid forming. And again, that was the part where I kind of got lost trying to plan a menu on my own. And I saw success in this menu that's already planned for us. And let me tell you guys, there are some delicious recipes that you're eating. And I was worried that I would be hungry. Not at all. There's lots of good food choices. There's snack ideas, salad dressings. It's a complete menu. So going back to the inflammation and some of those foods that are allergenic and foods that cause a blood sugar spike. They tend to be those refined sugars. Those things we know aren't great for us. We eat them and they're really refined processed foods that immediately turn into sugar and cause a blood sugar spike. And our body has to work really hard to bring that blood sugar down. And in that process, it's storing fat. Our blood sugar then comes crashing down because our body's kind of gone into this emergency mode to bring that blood sugar down. And then again, our blood sugar's in our boots and we're craving those foods, and we tend to crave things that aren't great for us. And again, we're storing fat. So again, we're unable to lose that fat if we're constantly in this process. This is hard work for our body. Instead, we want to have a diet that is full of complex carbohydrates, leafy green vegetables, those things that cause a slower burn and evens out our blood sugar so that we're not constantly in this stress situation. I chose to take a look at this program because I know, and there's lots of research out there about that these, cleansing your body and starting to clean eat can really affect things like, obviously weight, but your sleep patterns, your skin, your joints, your energy levels. And for me, what caught my attention was the fact I've always called myself an insomniac. I'm always, have trouble sleeping, or I'll wake up, won't be able to get back to bed. And I thought, it would be a win for me if just by changing my diet, I see an increase in more positive sleep patterns and, energy. Let's face it, with 3 small children, any extra energy is a bonus. And really for me, those in terms of results were 2 things that I really noticed. My sleep patterns changed more positively, and I definitely saw an energy increase. So that was like gold for me. So I'm really excited to share this with other people because I know there's other people out there that might be helpful for as well. So in terms of results as well, everybody is different. So we've seen a wide range of results. We've seen, large amount of weight being lost. We've seen body shape changes. There's lots of before and after pictures that you can take a peek at. But on average, we see between 7 and 12 pounds lost and 7 and 11 inches lost. So that may be what you're looking for. It may be a weight loss. It may be, like myself, is looking for an increase in energy, better sleep patterns. I also, at the same time, lost 4 pounds. And I just felt my clothes were fitting better. And if often, when people give you that feedback, that's what they'll say. They just feel better. So when we're looking at our fat cells, when we are eating toxic foods, our bodies are storing the toxins, like I said, in the fat cells to protect our vital organs. And, when people have done a more traditional diet, they've increased their exercise, perhaps decreased the amount of food. They have changed their body composition. They've lost the fat, but the toxins haven't gone anywhere unless they're changing their diet. And then what happens is the body goes again into an emergency response situation, and it's adding more fat in because there's a higher ratio now of toxins to body. And so it wants to protect the body. So you see people going on almost a rebound, and they'll gain that weight back. And so again, this is introducing healthful, slow-burning energy foods into your body that are really nutrient-dense. And so in combination with these amazing meal plans, we use the Arbonne nutritional line, and we use our products because they are plant-based nutrition that are nutrient-dense. And we have a fantastic package that Arbonne offers, and they put this package together to really go with all those meal plans. And the first is our protein meal replacement shake, which is 20 grams of vegan protein, which is highly absorbable, highly absorbed by our bodies. And it's 22 essential vitamins and minerals. And I would have this shake in the morning. And when I compare that to what I was having before, which was a piece of toast, you can see where that is really a far better nutritional choice and really starts off your day much better. It's a complete amino acid profile, which builds and maintains lean muscle, and that's going to increase your metabolism and just have your body working more effectively. It's cholesterol, lactose, and trans fat free, no artificial sweeteners or colors, and it tastes great. It comes in chocolate or vanilla, can be mixed just with water or mix it in more of a smoothie with different fruits and whatnot. It's fantastic. Next is our daily fiber boost, and you cannot get enough fiber in your diet. Over the last even 40 years, our diet, the fiber content that we're taking in has changed. We're eating much more processed foods, simpler grains, and so we're not having that fiber intake. Fiber acts as a sponge for toxins, and it's going to protect the lining of our colon. It's going to help lower bad cholesterol, raise good cholesterol, and balance our blood sugar. Helps make us feel full for longer. This is an odorless, colorless powder that you can add into your baking. You can add it into your shakes. You can add it into just salad dressing, spaghetti sauce, whatever, to increase your fiber intake. Next is our fizz tabs, and they come in pomegranate or citrus, and you just dissolve them in water, and they taste fantastic. And this really helped me drink more water in the day, and that's another good thing. They're alkaline forming, and they give you energy through ginseng, green tea, and vitamin B. This helps stabilize mood, balance your blood sugar. It's going to help with endurance and improve mental alertness. There's approximately 10 calories per tab, and they're carb-free, and they really give you that calm energy versus that spike of energy from sugars that a lot of other energy drinks give you. Then there's our herbal tea. This is a great tea which has 9 key botanicals that support your kidney, liver, and blood for detoxification. It has milk thistle in, which supports your liver, and also supports glutathione, which is your master detoxifier, and it's a natural antioxidant. I love to have my tea in the morning, and I'll dissolve half a pomegranate fizz tab in, and it just tastes amazing. You can have that tea cold or hot as well. Next is our body cleanse, and this is what we use on week 3 of the program. It's alkalizing, and it's a gentle scrub to your intestines. You're not going to be running back and forth to the bathroom. It's very gentle, but it helps clear out everything, and it helps really get your intestines working and being able to absorb the nutrients to their best ability. It has things like milk thistle, aloe vera, nettle leaf, all things which help in becoming more alkaline and also helping just support those elimination organs. Okay, the other thing that comes with the package is our omega-3 tabs. We are deficient, as a society, many of us are deficient in the omega-3s, and this is something we can only get through diet. This is a vegan form of omega-3, and it's coming from flax and kelp, and it helps with skin moisturization, joint function, cardiac function. The list goes on. I won't get into it, as I could be here for another whole webinar on that. So, with this great package that Arbonne puts together, they offer it at 40% off. And the 40% off includes everything that I've just talked about. We have a discount membership called the Preferred Client Membership. This membership gives you 20 to 40% off our products all year long. Our membership fee when you buy the package, which Arbonne offers, is the membership fee is regularly $24, but it's waived with this package price. The package price is $248.10 in Canada, plus applicable taxes, depending on which province you live in, and of course shipping. But this equates to about $5 a meal. So there's some great value in there. On top of that, if you're becoming a preferred client for the first time, you get to choose one single item up to and equals $60 for free. I love to recommend our greens, which is here. You don't have to choose the greens, but the greens is great. You can, again, add it into your shakes, and it just really helps you get your leafy green vegetable intake in if you're not getting it all in. It's a full spectrum color greens. But you can choose anything from the Arbonne product range, anything up to and equals $60 for free. So there's some fantastic value. So next, it comes to, if you have any questions, we have a much longer video that goes into this in more depth. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, you can absolutely ask the consultant that asked you to take a listen. If you have more questions about how it works, please ask us. And then it just comes down to deciding. This is something that, I was going back and forth, do I want to pay $248? And then I recognized what fantastic value that is at, with that entire package. All of the menus, the meal plans, and the Facebook support group that's private, all of that helping me find success in 30 days and have skills that then translate into life after. And, I recognize that my health is absolutely worth it. So decide if this is a program that fits for you now or, in the future, and talk to your consultant, order your package, and then you'll become part of the Facebook group, find out when the next one is, and look forward to hearing how it all goes. I'll be in the next group that's happening in January, so I might see you there in that Facebook group. But I wish you luck, and thank you so much for listening tonight. Have a great one.